Hey, Bruce, congratulations on the win. We want to talk about that last drive, but I have to start with, can you tell us what happened to Antonio Brown? Did he quit? I've never seen a guy leave a field like that, and is this the last strike for him?
He is no longer a Buck. All right, that's the end of the story. Let's talk about the guys that went out there and won the game.
Okay, and can you talk about that final drive? I mean, obviously, they go for it there. You stop them, and then Cyril Grayson again with a big play.
Yeah, I can't say enough. Tom did a great job of just taking what they were giving us. We knew we had to have a chunk in this drive, and he pumped the safety over and got Cyril. And I was really happy for Cyril. He's worked his ass off, and it's really coming through for us.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
You've ever had a day or a week like this where you're out with COVID, you're back, you have players late on a plane, you have players going off the field shirtless in the middle of the game, and then you also win on a touchdown.
Not players,
left.
One player.
One player. Sorry, Bruce, but one player. To have the ending you had amid all that craziness, how that compares to anything you've dealt with before?
Yeah, we've been in some crazy situations before, but this was a very special one to come back and win that game. Just talking about how the defense just jumped up there and stopped them at the end, and then we got Tom, and that's all you need.
So much of the end of the season is momentum. How much does this help you that you're not dealing with what would have been a really bad loss to take on the road?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, to keep winning, and hopefully we'll come back next week and match the Panthers' energy in the first half. We didn't do that today.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yep.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach, I know you want to talk about the victory, and he is no longer part of the team, but what ultimately led to the decision for you?
I'm not talking about him. He's not a part of the Bucks.
Thank you. We'll
go to Dan Lucas.
Hi, Coach. In that sequence, when that all happened, your offensive players were talking to Antonio. You guys are in the process of trying to cut a 2-score game to 1. So in the play calling, where does that come in? Do you treat it like an injury when he left the field?
Yeah, I mean, it was, on a pitch count today anyway, but you just take the guys that are available. We had a bunch of running backs go down. Le'Veon stepped up. Can't say enough about him on short notice. Rojo hurt an ankle. Keyshawn got a rib, and Le'Veon stepped in there and did a hell of a job to help us win the game.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, we've seen Tom do that so many times throughout his career. He looked so calm on that final drive. What were your emotions like? How calm were you?
I'm sad when I see him out there and we protect like that. I've got all the confidence in the world that we'll make some play to win the game.
And Gronk reemerged today. Just what can you say about his performance?
Yeah, he loved the weather today. It's been hot down in Tampa for him, and but it was nice and cool for him. And the way they were playing out, he was going to get matched on a linebacker a lot in this game.
Thanks.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Bruce, a second straight game with 81 yards for Cyril Grayson, who's just really emerged as a receiver for you. Is this kind of poetic justice that in a game where AB decides to quit on you guys, a guy like Cyril Grayson steps up with the game-winning catch? Yeah, I mean, I have all the confidence in the world. I've talked about him for a number of weeks now, and it just keeps getting better. And the game's not too big for him anymore. He has brought his level to a very, very high level now, and it's very consistent. So, yeah, it's whatever you guys want to write. Yeah. Wait, what can you say about Tom's trust in those younger guys? On that last drive, Mike Evans nor Rob Gronkowski had a catch. It was Tyler Johnson and Cyril Grayson leading you guys to victory. Yeah, I mean, those were the two guys who were getting singled. And like I said, Tom trusts them, man. They've been working their asses off since training camp. And, a couple of weeks ago, I asked Tom about Cyril. He said, man, I trust him. I really trust him. Put him in there.